And now it is time for Coffee Convo!
Yes, that's my husband.
Wait,
He
no,
is-
that's the announcer.
Oh, the announcer behind
Yes.
the screen.
You can't give away my identity.
No, I would never do that.
So,
Happy Tuesday, right?
It is Tuesday, that's right, the 22nd of March.
Wow.
Yes, and
Time is flying.
hopefully March is going out like a lamb.
Yes.
Yes, and
We
it
would
can
like
go.
that.
How many are ready for spring? Come on.
I am.
You're ready for spring. You're
That's
ready
why
for
I wore
spring.
yellow today.
Yes,
was
I was gonna mention you're looking very
springy.
yellowish. Yes.
Well, because I thought, let's bring some light into
Let's
this
bring
world.
some spring. Let's bring some spring into this thing.
Yeah, spring in the thing.
Yeah. So welcome to Coffee Convo. We're sorry about last week. There was some reason I can't even remember now. It's like
Yeah.
technically there was something.
I honestly, I can't tell you
Yeah,
that either.
there was a reason. But hey, we're here today, and so we're so glad that you're here. And we want you to know that you are going to really enjoy this next half hour or so,
Yes.
because we're going to just not talk about anything that's going on in the world
No,
like
no.
that. And
We're not even going to mention the
not
baby
even,
word.
Yeah, no. We're going to talk
No.
about good stuff, positive stuff, awesome stuff.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
And we're going to break down what's been going on at New Song Church. So we're so glad that you are here with us. And so get ready, because it's going to be awesome. And I hope that you have your coffee with you
Yes.
today. Some sort of caffeination, some sort of something.
Beverage.
Hot beverage to get you going. Am I supposed to click that?
I need to see who's
Oh, you need to
on.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch the live video. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Here we go.
Get that?
See now. All right.
Okay.
So just a couple of things to let you know as well. If you haven't seen Pastor Cyndie on social media, we just want to let you know that her account has actually been hacked.
Yes.
And we are waiting for the brainiacs at Facebook to figure out how to get her.
I've given up.
Don't give up hope, dear.
I've given up.
So here's the deal: if you do get a strange message or you get anything,
Yes.
weird from Pastor Cyndie, listen, it's not her. She can't even actually get into
I
her
can't
account.
even. They have me blocked on Instagram.
Instagram.
And Facebook. I'm in a square. I can't get out. I've tried every area, every avenue. They want my ID, and
They're not getting it. You hear me? You're not getting it. No.
I even got an email. I was hacked, and they said that they wanted $400 or they wanted bitcoins because they know what I do.
That's funny. Anyways.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. You're hitting up the wrong preachers for money here, okay? Anyways, but listen, in spite of all that, so give us some time because I don't even know how to. Here, do you want to just take this part and give me yours?
I
Because
thought about that.
you usually control this part.
I control
of it.
that.
And
I'm
you
the
usually control the
controller.
other part. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. Hey, see, that was easy. So, we're not sure who's logging on with us yet, but hey, would you do us a favor and just share this with your friends? Maybe some positivity in a world that's so negative, that would be great. So once you let us know who's on with us, if anybody.
I'm looking.
And, if not, that's okay.
Yeah.
We have got some coffee here, and we're enjoying that as well.
Yes, coffee cups. These coffee cups were given to us by our Kids Song leaders.
Yeah, Brandon and Gabriella, they gave us these as gifts, and they're really cool. They just say coffee's kind of what do you call that? Indented or
It's actually
engraved?
it's like farmhouse kind of like.
Farmhouse. See, I wouldn't even know that because I don't watch any of those shows. But anyway, it's nice, and it's holding the coffee, which is even better.
Which is really good because we love coffee, as you know.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on this week at New Song Church, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But we've been in a series called Friends, and we've been breaking down the idea that Jesus is our very best friend, and we've been talking about. We've been using the idea of the Friends, I'll be there for you theme, from the TV show. Just basically saying that that's what Jesus said to us. Like, friends, I will be there for you. In a whole bunch of different ways. That's how he actually, said it. And so, we're excited. We're excited about what he's been doing. And this past week, my lady, you actually preached. And you did a great job talking about, it was the one where Jesus washed feet. And so that was exciting. It was good. It was. And we had fun. So if you have a comment, drop it in the box if you got a chance to see it on our YouTube channel if you weren't there. And man, it was just a really, really great Sunday though. You know,
it was actually.
There was like a real excitement and you know, the presence of the Lord was amazing. The worship team did such a great job. 3 people gave their lives to Jesus. I mean, you can't ask for a better day. The only thing that was missing is maybe you. Maybe you were not there. And so we just wanted to... Vivian was there.
I'll be there for you, Vivian, any day.
That's right. Yeah, and it was a good time. So so we're breaking down this conversation today, Coffee Convo, and talking about John chapter 15 verses 12 through 14. Yeah. And that's where Jesus says that, I'm going to paraphrase here, he gives his life for his friends. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. It is.
We're coming into that time in that season of remembering the sacrifice of Jesus, and so totally awesome.
Oh, PC was awesome, she says.
Aww.
You're sweet.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're so sweet, Vivian. I love you. And I did not pay you to say that.
Yeah.
Well, so, what are some of the things that in John...
well, I have to try to get used to your computer now, which is totally
opposite of yours.
If you want to just say hi to Vivian for a second. I have to figure out how to do all this.
It's really easy.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like a foreign land over here to me. So
you know how you have something that you use? Well, that's how because it's not your computer, it's mine.
Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we just do this? You know, just do an icebreaker with it. Let's get the discussion going. We talked about Jesus washing feet this week, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has something about feet that is either good or bad. They have some sort of feeling. You know, is it a good feeling?
Do you like feet,
Do you like your feet? Do you not like your feet? Or do you like feet in general? Or do you think feet should be covered and never seen? You know, let us know. Drop
a note here.
Throw us a bone.
I mean, you know, I don't really like feet. Dominique says, "Hey guys."
Hello.
Hey. Oh, Kathy Ortega. Good morning.
Good morning. The conversation is on
feet.
Vivian
says they're gross.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This may be the consensus, but I think it's funny that. You know, especially women, they make their feet look good. Yeah. You know, with the nails and the.
He's a man.
No, but there's something quite satisfying about a pedicure, right?
Well, it's first of all relaxing, right, girls? You lay there, someone takes care of you. You get your feet washed. They scrub off the calluses. And they make your toes look like amazing.
So before you do anything, you know, you're going to do anything, you know, open-toed. Open-toed.
Gotta have
nails, right?
Got it.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Well, ladies, would you concur if you're out there? Men, are you out
there?
Men,
are you out there?
Because, like, you know, I just get this I get this flash of like Dumb and Dumber when they're getting all groomed up and they're doing the pedicures and they have like a sand belt. They're like, you know, I'm not sure. I do know though that they do charge more for guys' feet. Is that why? Guys' feet are just
jacked up. They're like in the time of Jesus. That's why I was saying on Sunday, you know, what they might have used the stone to try to make their nails or feet, the calluses, rub them up, right?
Yeah, they are jacked up. So anyways, if you do like feet and you do like to get a pedicure or whatever, that's cool.
Vivian only loves baby feet. I agree. I love baby feet. They're the cutest thing.
So somewhere between there and 20.
They
lose their luster.
Yes.
They lose.
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha. That's quite funny. So, anyways, we're talking about when Jesus actually washed feet, and that was pretty amazing. When you just kind of talk about this idea that he's at this last meal with his disciples,
and like best friends.
And his friends.
Family.
Yeah.
They're his family.
His public ministry is over now.
Mm-hmm.
He's already done everything that he needs to do, and now he has just his disciples to himself. Literally hours left before he's going to be going to the cross.
Yeah.
And at some point during the meal, the disciples start arguing about which one of them is the greatest, and
who's the greatest? Who's the greatest?
Yeah, who is more important than others. And I just love how you broke that down with just this. And here's Jesus kind of like really just trying to get like every little nugget left, because these are the guys that he's going to use to go and change the world with his good news of his resurrection. Yeah. And they have this mindset that they're the greatest, and they're great. Like they're on Team Jesus, and like Team Jesus right now is 14-0, and we're going to the Super Bowl.
They're so cool. They're greater than everybody because they walked with Jesus.
Yeah, and so
they're on his team.
Yeah, so like let's say they're going to the championship team. They're like we're not going to have to carry our own suitcases because we're the champions.
Right.
We're gonna
someone's gonna wait on me.
And so somebody's going to kind of serve me.
Right.
And I really liked how you said that, because it comes down to this idea of all of us deep inside, we have this thing called pride.
Oh.
It's all down deep inside that kind of keeps us from serving. And so Jesus, in this moment, he literally looks around the room and he says, okay, like you said, I got some work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do.
He's got a little bit more work to do. Maybe he wanted to do some other things, but right now, one of the most important lessons was for him to literally pick up a towel and get a basin of water.
The lowest of the lowest position.
Yeah, explain that. Because someone may not understand.
Yeah,
why was it the lowest position?
Because when you went to someone's house, the person that hosted was the host, which is the person that was owning the home. Mm-hmm. They were the host. They wouldn't do, someone's fees.
They generally have someone to do that, right?
Well, yeah, they had the lowest of the lows,
When you say lowest of the lows, what do you mean?
Well, and I hate to say this word because it's a very controversial word, it was a slave.
Well, you got to remember, in Jesus' time, under Roman rule, almost everybody was a slave.
Right.
So if you could have been a slave that actually had a servant, right? You could have been a slave to somebody else but still had a servant.
And so Jesus took that position.
So what you're saying is that was the lowest servant's job in the house to wash feet.
Yeah.
Interesting. That would have been my job, probably.
Yeah, it would have been.
I don't know.
You would see Pastor Mike washing feet.
No, I'm just saying,
He would, though. He'd be like, come on in, sit down, let me get the bucket of water, and I will put water in it, I will do this.
I don't know. I'm just saying that,
or he might do a foot check before you come in.
Yeah. Knowing me, I'm thinking about the hierarchy of my siblings. I probably would not have been the guy. I would have been the proud one.
He would have been. Vivian has an interesting thing. She said that PCU said a proud heart will keep you from serving others and keep others from serving you. That really stuck with me.
Wow.
It's so true, though, right?
Yeah, and you're referencing when Jesus starts to go around the table washing feet.
Right.
Now we know that John was on his right.
Yeah.
And Judas was on his left. So we know that he actually washes Judas's feet, which is something we didn't even really talk about. Which would have been super cool. That here's the guy that he knows is going to betray him, and he washes his feet anyway. Mm-hmm. But besides that, he gets to Peter, and Peter says no. You're not going to wash my feet.
Because that would mean that he was the lowest. He didn't want to be the lowest of the low, right?
Well, I think that...
I think Jesus.
No, but I think...
Peter, that meant like...
Yeah, I think that what happens is Peter's like, wait a minute. I think there's two things going on. I really can't say. We can only think, like the way that we think. But there might be two things going on there. One would be just utter shock that Jesus is performing this, right? Right. So it's kind of it's kind of prideful for him to go, "Oh, you're not going to wash my feet," Yeah. Now he didn't turn around and say, "You know what, Jesus? I understand exactly what you're saying.
Because
I get what you're doing. So give me that towel. I'm going to wash everybody else's feet. He doesn't do that. He says no. And then the interesting thing is, and I think this is where Vivian's saying too, what you were talking about, is Jesus says, listen, you don't understand what I'm doing right now, but you will. And then Peter says no. Like, he tells him no again. And then Jesus says, if you don't let me wash you, then you have nothing to do with me. And then Peter's like, okay, well, wash my whole body then, because I don't want to go that far. But there's that struggle,
right? Of being served,
right? And so what you said was really cool because you said pride will keep you from serving, so you might think that you're too good to serve other people, or pride could keep you from allowing others to serve you because, hey, I don't need the help. Hey, I'm okay. Hey, I got this. Yeah. Hey, you're not going to do this. Oh, my hat just popped. And so that was a great point that the pride in Peter was actually keeping Jesus from serving him. Yeah. How many times does that happen?
You think about it. I think there's probably been a lot of times, somebody wants to do something for you, which is serving, and you're like, no, that's okay. I'm good. And you're not realizing that you're really putting that on them, that you're prideful, and that they can't even serve you. They have the heart to serve, and they want to serve, but you're blocking the shot.
Yeah, that's good.
And they want to show the love of Jesus, but the pride is blocking the shot.
Yeah, and you know what? Pride takes on so many different forms in this day and age, and so many different meanings. But the Bible speaks of pride as something that will ultimately trip us up and make us fall.
Yes.
And so that pride, it might be good in the world to be proud. And I'm not talking about, oh, you did such a good job preaching, I'm very proud of you. That's a different kind of pride. Right. I'm talking about pride like, look at me, I'm awesome, I'm the best, celebrate me, it's all about me. Self-centeredness, selfishness.
Let's take a hashtag, selfie, I just served this person.
Yeah, and
I'm so good, look at it.
Team Jesus.
Team Jesus.
Anyway, and so that's the kind of pride that God says, you know what?
Before the fall.
Well, I mean, it's the same kind of pride that the devil had. It's exalting yourself above everybody else. Yeah. And that's, I think. And so you said Jesus looked around the room. I love how you said it. You said all he saw was proud hearts and dirty feet. Like everybody's too proud. They're all arguing about who's the greatest. And they were also worried about who the greatest was, that nobody stopped to wash their feet. And so Jesus uses it as this moment. So every single one of us, in some sort of way, have proud hearts and dirty feet. And
that's true.
Yeah. What do people say?
Well, they're just listening. They're
taking it all in. It's very deep. It's very deep.
Rebecca's on this morning. Nancy's on.
Good morning.
Sarah Starr. Vivian.
All the way from Florida.
Yeah.
It's all of the ladies.
All the ladies. Ladies.
All the ladies are here, and we thank you, ladies, for being here.
Ladies, we love you.
All the guys are,
It's okay. They're probably working.
Shh. I'm just kidding. Anyways. All right. So, Jesus. And then the second thing you said is serving isn't just about our actions, but about our attitudes. It's about our attitudes. And so that is super awesome, too, because you could serve...
Yeah.
How can we say this?
You go ahead and say it, Pastor Mike.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm just saying, how can you say, well, I guess I got to do this.
I'm the only one left.
Or I don't know if you've ever said, I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, I've said that.
That's
not a good thing.
Or I don't get paid enough for this.
Right.
Or that's not in my pay. It's not in my salary.
That's not on my job description.
That's not my job description. And would you say that it was the King of Kings and Lord of Lords job description? Like if we were to make a job description for him, we certainly wouldn't say, yeah, Jesus exalted, high and lifted up,
came from the
also
heavens down
into
to the
wash
earth.
feet. But Jesus would say that's what he did. In fact, that's what he did. He said, I didn't come to be served, but to serve.
Yeah.
And really totally that would be the equivalent of the President of the United States washing the toilets at the White House, maybe. Or the Queen of England folding the laundry at Buckingham Palace.
Yes, with her servants.
Right? Like, no, they've all got people for that. And so, imagine having, imagine having a bad attitude when you're serving. That would be horrible.
You know, have you ever went somewhere and when you go and they're serving you, maybe even
a waiter?
A waiter? They're getting
of course we've been there.
You're like, what did I do? I'm just here and you're
it's like, what do you want? Hurry up, let's go. Right? Or this literally happened to me, okay? We had a whole bunch of people and we were like wondering about like the different what do you call the things you eat before you eat? Hors d'oeuvre. So
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, Mike. Get it together. And so literally, when the waiter comes over, the waitress comes over to whatever. I guess I'm at the head of the table, so they automatically come to me first.
I don't even know where we were, but
anyways, I said, hey, we're thinking about like this and this, and she goes, yeah, we have a menu for that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yes,
I see what you're saying. Oh, you don't want to take the time to let me know. Didn't you read the menu? And I was like, okay. Like, what that communicated to me was like, I don't want to. I'm not enjoying what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not here to help you. I'm here to get a check.
Yeah. And get your tips.
Yeah. Oh,
That's not a good
and then
way
I want
to
you to
get
tip me.
tips.
Oh wait. Or have you ever been to Home Depot? Or Lowe's? Or one of these places where like you're definitely out of your range of knowledge, knowing what you need to do. And you see an apron, and then as you run to them, that apron runs the other way. Have you ever they're like, they always act like they don't work here, and like they're always busy, they're always trying. Like, there's nothing worse than a person in customer service who doesn't want to be there, or a person in customer service who is mean to people.
Okay.
Rude to people. Oh, you just struck a nerve, girl.
I think he needs to go and talk to Jesus.
No, you guys know what I'm saying, right?
Dominique says yes, and I don't say anything because I don't want boogers in my food.
Yes, you are very smart. So you just say, yes, I will read the menu. Thank you.
Rebecca says, how do you defeat pride? They think you're nuts.
That is true. In a world where everybody is
this world.
Pride,
but we can because we got Jesus.
That's right. He's our sword and our shield.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get it out.
Yeah. Let me look at a couple of the questions here. There's a lot of them for the Bible study. We won't have time to do, but let's see. There's tons of scriptures that talk about serving, and we won't have time to go into them today with you, but if you read Acts chapter 20, verse 35, Galatians chapter 5, verse 13 through 14, 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 10 through 11, and Mark chapter 10, verse 44 through 45, all of these scriptures have something to do with service and serving others. And so that's something to consider. And the last thing that you talked about, I just loved how you really brought it all down to the end there. You said serving isn't just about our actions, it's our attitudes, but right. I was going to do that. I was just repeating the other one. Serving isn't what we do, it's who we are.
Yeah.
Serving isn't what we do, it's who we are. And if we're a follower of Jesus, we can't help but become more like Jesus.
Yeah.
And since he was a servant, we should be servants. Yeah, we should.
It's like when you walk around, you're outside, you're in the community at Co-op City, you see things, you see people. Can I help you? How are you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a servant. You want to just love on people, and you want to put on your Jesus glasses and say, hey, how can I see people through your lens?
Yes, that's awesome. How can I do that? How can I see people through? And so I wanted you to break down for us a couple of ways that we could tangibly serve others. Now, first of all, I'm not talking about just in church, which is huge.
Right.
Like if you're at New Song Church, we're all about loving God, loving others, and serving. And those three things are who we are.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what we're called to do. So as a new songer, everybody is encouraged to find their sweet spot in serving, because serving is part of worship. It's what we do. And we created an environment at New Song Church where you're able to use your God-given gifts and your talents to be able to worship Him through service, to be able to, you know, when we used to have 2 services, and we will again someday.
Yes,
Come
we
on.
will.
Right? We're building it back up, right? So when we used to have 2 services, we used to encourage our dream team to sit and serve. So you sit in one and serve one. This way, you're able to sit and receive, but you're also able to serve. And people got a lot out of that, you know, and part of that. But outside of living a lifestyle of service, maybe you can give us some practical ways that we can.
Yeah, some practical ways that we can serve. We can what? Help our family.
Wow. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that one.
That's right.
So somebody in our family that might need help?
Yeah, you call them up. Hey, you know, you're not feeling well today. Can I go over to your house? Can I maybe clean the dishes or make dinner or do your laundry, right? The second one is volunteer at church. I mean, that's another great thing.
Yeah.
We need, our church, we need people in all areas. If you want to...
Particularly, I'm just going to throw out a cheap thing for you.
Okay.
We need a drummer right now because we have no drums. So we don't need a drummer. We want a drummer. And if you're a drummer and you don't have a church home, we would love to give you a home with some drums.
With some drums. How about... You could donate items to a homeless shelter.
Oh.
We have a shelter right near Co-op City area, and we, as our church went there. But you can do that wherever you live. You can donate things to drop boxes, clothes, items, whatever it is. That's serving, right?
It's true. I used to be part of the Salvation Army. Well, we used to volunteer at the Salvation Army as well. The rescue missions. There's one right in Hunts Point, the Prodigal Center, Pastor Reggie, Pastor Abelsa.
And they always need help.
There's places around us that take our donations and they take stuff and they use those. They turn those around and use them for good, and they use it to help spread the gospel. So that's really, really awesome. I love that one.
Another one would be you could send someone an encouraging note. You could do that. You could text them. You could send a card. You could do a Facebook.
You're really good at that, by the way.
That is something I love to do because I think everyone needs to be encouraged.
Yeah,
especially
when I feel it now, I'm just get a little text.
30 years of this, guys. Next one is delivering a meal. You know what? Sometimes if you have a friend that you know what they like,
come on,
drop it down. Come on, give them
drop
a
some
meal.
food. Yeah, that's just such a great, easy way to say I care about you. And I'm thinking about you because there's something about a home cooked meal.
Always.
Especially when you don't feel good. You know, somebody that's not feeling well, and you drop them off, nice little soup or something.
All right, how about like desserts, soup, whatever. Another great one is watch someone else's kids. There's a lot of people, there's single parents out there that work, all the time. They're working 7 days a week because they're a parent. And they might need just time to themselves. Or how about a couple? They're working 7 days a week because they have children.
Give them some free babysitting.
Say, you know what? I'm going to give you 2 hours. Go do something and have fun.
Wow. Well, that would be a blessing, man. Back when we had 5 kids, ain't nobody was trying to watch our 5 kids. But it's okay.
We couldn't even pay someone. Another one is help other people shine. You know why? Because it's not all about you.
Wow.
So if someone's doing great, give them a compliment. How about saying, like on Sunday, we talked about
That's
people
good.
that helped in our dream team and how being a servant has helped them grow in their walk.
Yeah, and
we shined them because you know what? They're doing this for Jesus.
And that was just 3 examples.
Right.
We have so many awesome people that their lives have literally been transformed by
I've
Jesus.
seen it.
And that transformation plays out in one of the
Absolutely.
reasons why they serve. And so we could have sat there and spent another half hour talking about just listening to testimonies. You only asked 3 people.
Right,
but,
yeah.
You know, the idea is that when Jesus changed your life, you want to help somebody else experience that life change through service.
Yeah, and you know what helps? You know, even when you first start serving, you don't even really feel like it because that's just who you are. But as you continue to serve, your heart really does break for Jesus. And you would do anything. Wash toilets, do whatever it is, any of that. Another good one is listening. I think that sometimes we can talk or overtalk somebody. Sorry if I overtalk you. But listening and sitting there just to listen, I think that's an amazing gift.
So you mean just say, how are you? And then just leave it open and let someone just... Wow. Some people just need that time. Like take them out for some coffee and say, so how are you doing? You know?
Just listen.
And
you
listen
don't need
to them.
to give feedback. That shows the love of God right there.
And you know what? Our world doesn't have that anymore.
No.
It's all talk.
Or what they did or do.
Right.
Paying it forward is a good one. Always look for ways to pay it forward. That shows Jesus right in there. And anticipate serving. So anywhere you go, like I was saying earlier, you know, serving, anywhere you go, look for a way to serve. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be at the store, getting your car washed, walking in the park, whatever it is, there's someone there God is going to put in your way to serve.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. I love that. So listen, we want to encourage you to continue to serve and to grow in Jesus. And one of the things I just want to challenge you, if you're watching this and you're not part of a local church, you're watching this and you are part of a local church, but you have not yet taken that next step to serve. Now, at New Song Church, we have what we call next steps. And every next step is in the process to help you continue your walk with God, get closer with God. We can't emphasize enough the importance of you joining the dream team, finding your niche, finding your sweet spot, finding that place where you could serve. Because when you serve, you grow. And I want to say this. If you're walking with Jesus and you're not serving, then you're not growing. I say that with love, but you're not growing. And it's time to grow. Because you don't want to just sit and receive. That would be consuming. And we live in a culture that's all it does is consume. But we want to be a church, a community of believers in Jesus that are contributing to the mission of Jesus. So take that next step. If you don't have clear next steps in your church, go to your pastor and say, how can I help? How can I help? I guarantee
they might hit the floor. They might just go bam. Like,
absolutely.
Really?
So I loved it. It was a great message. The one where Jesus washed feet, it was awesome.
I'm looking forward to this week.
Yeah, this weekend. Listen, we have a huge week at New Song. This week we have the New Song Church Marriage Conference. All right, it's going to be Friday and Saturday. Friday from 7 to about 9 o'clock. It's kind of the introduction. That's going to be at in our kids' song room in 135 Einstein Loop.
And what room is that?
Room 49.
Okay.
Yes. And we're going to be there. It's going to be kind of introduction, get to know people, get to know the speaker. And then Saturday, we're going to be at Circle of Christ Church in Co-op City, which is 140-something, 44,
I can't remember.
Dreiser Loop, which is on the other side.
Look up Circle of Christ,
Circle of Christ Church, Co-op City. That's the address. And there, we'll spend the rest of our time. It's going to be a great time. So here's the thing: if you know a couple that needs to go, but maybe they don't have a babysitter, hello, you could serve them and babysit for them so they could go.
That's right.
Hey.
And if you don't have the money, I've had someone say they'll sponsor a few couples.
Yeah, there you go. So
It's
don't let
$25.
it's only $25, believe me. That is really
It's-
only helping to cover the cost of the food. So we're gonna feed you spiritually to invest in your marriage. Pastors Mike and Donnelly McGinnis are coming. They are dynamic.
They really are.
Couple. They're a dynamic
They
couple.
are awesome.
And they are this is one of their sweet spots.
Yes.
Is talking about marriage and so
Yes.
investing in marriage. And so they're gonna really drop some awesome knowledge in us, right?
Yes.
And then to top that all off,
Oh.
on Sunday, Pastor Mike McGinnis is actually going to stick. Him and Donald are going to stick around. He's going to bring the message too, in our next one in the series. What happens next in Passion Week, and it's really good. And so Pastor Mike's going to drop some bombs on us, I'm sure, with that. And it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah.
So we want to encourage you to get to the house this weekend, get to the conference this weekend, stay connected with us, download the app, see how you could serve. It's going to be an amazing day and week. And so we're so excited for everything.
Yeah, make sure, please, that you register for the marriage conference, or the conference. That you can register, go right to our website, and also register for Sunday. It's important that we know that you're there. You know what I love to do is I just love to look. I go through and I start texting away and calling.
Yeah, texting away. Well, it does two things. Number one, it lets us know who's there, and number two, it lets us know who's there. So, yeah. Anyway,
You're hilarious today.
Don't forget that we're going to continue our...
We have our Friends Day, April 24th.
Yes, and so you want to grab your card, your invitation card, and you want to invite friends. We got so much going on. I can't wait. The next 4 weeks. I love you. You love them?
I love you. You know I love you.
Announcer, do you love them?
I love them. We'll see you later. Have a great week.